this video, we're going to look at some Excel functions that will allow us to split text data, namely the left, right, and mid functions. So Zara's next task is to find out which month each invoice was raised in. What she basically needs to do is extract the first 3 characters from the invoiced column. And to do this, she's going to use Excel's left function. So we're going to click into M2 and type equals LE and tab. The first thing the left function needs to know is the original text that you want to split up. That's our invoiced value in D2. Then we type a comma. The next thing the left wants to know is how many characters do we want to extract from the left of that text in D2? And the answer is 3. Press Tab to jump to the next cell, and there's our March. The next thing Zara wants to do is get the purchase order number on its own. At the moment, the purchase order number is joined to the location in the customer purchase order column. So this time we want to extract 6 characters from the right. And yes, we're going to use the right function. So in N2, type equals RI and tab to select right. Our text this time is G2, type a comma, and we need 6 characters. And again, let's press tab to jump into O2. And there's our purchase order number. The last example we're going to look at is we want to get the location, which is also in the purchase order number. To keep it simple, we're just going to return an S for Sydney and an M for Melbourne. But you'll notice the location is not on the left and it's not on the right. It's actually in the middle. So for this one, we're going to need to use Excel's mid function. In O2, start by typing equals MI and tab to select mid. The mid function has 3 arguments. It starts with the text, so we're going to click on G2 and type comma. But now, because it's not starting at the left or the right, we need to specify a start position. And the start position is actually position number 4, which is where the first letter we want begins. So we're going to type a 4 and then a comma. And now it's like the left and the right. We specify how many characters we want to get from that position. And the answer is 1. If we press enter, there's our S for Sydney. And we can now copy all 3 down. So I'm going to select M2 to O2, come to my fill handle and double click to copy down. So to recap, the 3 functions we've looked at for splitting text data are left, right, and mid. These examples were all fairly straightforward, but in the next video, we're going to look at how we can solve slightly more complex problems where the data we want to extract isn't necessarily the same length.